Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dead Crow Comedy Room. Don't you point at me ever again, Maxwell. Don't you do this cutoff. Don't you do it. Welcome to the Dead Crow Comedy Room. We've got a very professional show for you tonight. Please, and now, Late Fear!
Alright, show starting. Alright, I just want to run some jokes for you for the monologue real quick, okay?
Alright, if you will.
Alright.
What do you got?
Alright, what do you think of this one, okay? Alright, so Jamie Lynn Spears, Jamie Lynn Spears recently was shown on video breaking up a fight in a pita pit wielding a knife.
Is she okay?
Oh yeah, she's fine, she's alright.
That's a funny joke, Will.
Oh no, that's not the punchline, that's the setup. Alright, so Jamie Lynn Spears was recently seen on video breaking up a fight with a knife, and as everyone knows, knife fighting is a basic thing taught in Zoe 201.
Seems really good. I think it's going to work really well with that one lady. Do it for real on the monologue.
Oh my gosh, I'm in this.
Wills, your confidence has been shaken to your core. You're very jittery right now. Are you alright?
I just want this show to go well, man. I mean,
I know, we want every show to go well.
No, but have you been on the internet this week?
No, why, did they update it?
This week there's this blogger, and he's been writing really mean things about us on the show, He's been reviewing it all week. He's been really nasty to me. And he gets applause breaks when I mention him.
I think they're applying the fact that you're mentioning him.
Okay.
That's what you said. I get really, the blogger was mean.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't seem like any blogger I've ever heard of.
Right? He said...
Was it at least necessary that he was cruel?
Unwarranted. He just started writing mean stuff about our show after he found it online. In one blog post, he said I wasn't as good as Steve Allen. The next one, he said I wasn't as good as Johnny Carson. But I'm worried the next time he's going to say I'm not as good as Jay Leno, and I can't handle that.
That's tough. Well, let's just ignore him, man. We have a lot of other people who enjoy your comedy. Just relax. I'm sure the show's going to be great, okay?
I just really want, if he's going to be said in his last post, I tried to invite him to come on so we can interview him.
Yeah. And
he turned me down, and what he said instead was he was going to show up at the show, bring his laptop, and review the show live from the audience.
Another evening at Dead Crow, and another mental flogging I am forced to endure at the hands of Late Fear with Wills Maxwell. The repartee between Wills and his co-host one, Jonathan Schwartz, recalls to mind that of Ronald Reagan and Mikhail Gorbachev. Awkward, dumb, woefully straight-faced, and funny for all the wrong reasons.
Okay, well, I was worried about finding out where he would be in the audience, but at least now we know where he's at.
I see what you're talking about, Wills. The blogger could be anyone. I haven't seen these blogs, but I mean, it could seriously be anyone who's ever been to any one of our shows. Was it me? Was it you? It could have been you, Wills.
Jonathan, why would I, Wills Maxwell, write mean things about my own show on the internet?
You're right, that would never happen.
I feel like you take me for granted sometimes. You just gotta take it from me. I would never do something like that. Take it away, Dave! Oh my gosh!
It's Late Fear with Wills Maxwell. Tonight's guest on the show, comedian Colton DeMonte, rap artist Reed Clark, maybe a special guest, if he's got the guts. And now, give a warm round of applause for your host. He may be no Jack Parr, but he's at least a Spike Ferrison. Give it up for Wills Maxwell!
How goes everybody? Welcome to Late Fear. Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. Give it up for Dave DeMiro on the steel drums, everyone. His New Year's resolution was to play only Caribbean music, and he's really sticking to that. Thank you, Dave. In local news today, a man in Columbus County recently found a diamond ring. He found a diamond ring, and he's currently looking for the rightful owner of the ring. And he said that he'll know who the real owner is because there's an inscription on the inside that only the real owner will know. So whoever recognizes the inscription and knows what it says is the true owner. He then began to read the inscription to the news. And the inscription read, "This ring belongs to Barbara Wyatt, who lives at 450 Glen Oaks Lane. If found, please call 455-7120 and do not call WCT, just return this ring." That's all we want. Just give us the ring back.
How romantic.
Isn't it? It was just really tiny writing, just written over and over again on each side.
It's sweet. It's personalized.
Wilmington, studying right now, Wilmington Company is currently working on developing a drug that will counteract the effects of heroin overdosing. And the creator of the drug says she's confident that if you can just give this drug to people, they will take it. Yes, that's how junkies work. If you give them drugs, they will take them. Wilmington police officers recently arrested a man who was found with 100 pounds of pot in his car. 100 pounds of pot. As he was being arrested and the handcuffs were put on him, he was heard screaming, "No, officer, wait, you don't understand. I'm moving to Denver. No! This is all I own." I'm starting over.
That's the most stressed out a guy could be with 100 pounds of pot.
Because he's going to a new place now. He's not going to have anything he owns. That's why I imagine it's like in Denver, like that's just like the form of currency there.
Yeah.
It's just like, you want an apartment? It's 10 pounds of pot a month. And the guy's just like, well, okay, I can live here for 2 months because I'm definitely going to smoke 8 months worth of rent. Thank you. Now, if you can... Oh, okay, all right. You ready for this?
I don't know what this is, but yeah.
All right. Actress Zoe Lynn Spears was recently seen on video breaking up. Actress Zoe Lynn Spears was recently seen on video breaking up a knife fight. Dang it! I'm ready for this. I'm ready. Actress Zoe Lynn Spears was recently seen on video breaking up a fight with a knife. As everyone knows, knife fighting is a basic thing taught in Zoe 201. You told me that was going to work, Jonathan.
Well, when you practiced it, you said her name, right?
Oh, that's true. That will do it, yeah. A white man in Oklahoma shot a black police officer 4 times and was not arrested. Was not arrested, was not charged with anything, was just free to go. I guess in retrospect it could have been a lot worse. Like I imagine he would have been arrested if as he was shooting the police officer, he was also selling untaxed cigarettes at the same time. This is a true part of this. The reason he wasn't arrested is because he told the other police officers that he didn't know that it was a cop coming into his house. That's why he shot him 4 times. He didn't know it was a cop. That's why he wasn't arrested. And this is true. I'm not making this up. The police officer who was shot, he's alive, by the way. He was wearing a bulletproof vest. He's fine. The police officer who was shot said he knows for a fact he knew it was a cop because as he entered the house, he screamed, "Police, put down your weapon." So, you got to get away free with that.
It's very telling that the only groans on those jokes were from the punchline. The actual event was like, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, that happens. That's Are you new to America, Wills? That's par for course.
I think it's in the news. What's new?
Police officers in Miami Beach recently coming in trouble because it was found that for target practice, they were using mug shots of black male suspects. And when they came to their own defense, what they said was, well, we also use mug shots of white men and Latino men too. Because it's discomforting to people if they know the cops hate black people, but for some reason the cops ought to be better if they just specify that they also hate everybody. So it's all right. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, 2015 is going to be the first year that millennials outnumber baby boomers. So that means 2015 is the year that we're going to start running out of people to blame for us not having jobs. Alright, we got a great show for you guys tonight. We got comedian Colton DeMonte here tonight. Have a lot of fun. Rapper Reed Clark is going to perform for you guys. Have a lot of fun tonight. Thank you guys for coming. Jonathan, if it's alright with you, I'm ready to sit down now.
Alright. Do what you gotta do, man. It's your show. And no blogger can tell you otherwise.
That's right. Thank you.
Can I join you?
Please, join me. Jonathan Schwartz, everybody. That is his name. Alright, so another monologue done, another monologue in the books.
Sorry, why does it say Spider-Man on your
Don't pay attention to that. I'm focused on the show right
It
now.
was like an alert. Spider-Man.
I am
Wait, Will, it still exists.
I am focused on the show right now. It's
Hey, so the guys and I
yes.
have been talking,
Yeah.
and
Or it looks like he's been hurt recently.
we were also fighting.
Alright.
Get this. We
Okay.
think the blogger is somewhere in the room. Right now.
It's you. It's not me. Stop that. Look, guys, you guys didn't tell from earlier where in the room the blogger was at?
We're still looking.
We're not sure.
I ain't seen nothing. Good move. Or not, depending on what this crowd thinks.
It could really be any of these people.
Okay, look, guys, I want you guys to slow down, listen, think about what you're saying right now, okay? Remember, like we heard a review earlier, we might hear something about the monologue we just did soon. Just think about what you heard and what you saw as that was going on, okay?
Not following.
You guys.
I think what Wills was saying is that it'd help us determine who the blogger is if they posted another blog.
I take your
We'll be
cue.
checking our
The
phones.
monologue. As for the monologue, Johnny Carson now would present a more relevant monologue than what Will's Maxwell did this evening. Mocking a white man for getting away with crime, as if we have not dealt with enough this past year. It's times like these one longs for the late night days of Chevy Chase.
That's a low blow.
Okay, so it's cleared up for you now,
Well, yeah, it couldn't be you. You were here when that happened.
right?
But, where's Matt White? Could it have been Matt White?
It's not Matt White. We clearly know who it is. They're in the room with us right now.
Alright. Well, I don't know. Do you want to go in the audience and ask people? Usually we go out and get to know the people in our audience. Find out who they are.
I don't want you to run a witch hunt on our audience. I just want you to pay attention.
I didn't say anything about tossing them in the river. I was going to ask him, hey, are you the blogger? Wow, I sold you out quick.
Okay, yes, it's not him. It's not him, clearly.
Yeah, could be that guy. He put the blame on his buddy. Our blogger has some code of ethics.
All right. We've got a special treat for you guys here tonight on Late Fear. It's our very first time we're doing this, but we've got a cooking segment we'd like to present to you on easy things you can cook at home. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage our chef.
Thank you, chef, everybody.
All right. This is great. Our first time having a cooking segment. Just easy things that you can make at home. Chef, thank you so much for coming to the show. Chef, thank you. How are you tonight? You feeling okay?
I'm feeling fantastic.
All right. I'm sorry I couldn't give you a better introduction. I didn't catch your name earlier. What's your name?
Alright, so put your hand out like this.
Okay.
It's Italian.
All right.
Francois
Francois.
Boyardee.
Boyard. Your name is Boyardi.
Yes.
You're Chef Boyardi.
Yes.
All right. Well, Chef, thank you very much for coming to the show tonight. I understand you're going to show us some simple things, easy things to make at home. I'm really excited about this. I haven't really gotten into cooking myself, so I'm expecting this to be a good gateway into cooking. So if you can, Chef, we're... Okay, this is... All right, Chef, if you can just, what is your first recipe? What's the first thing you have for us tonight?
All right, so you know how sometimes you're at home on the couch, and you can't decide if you want waffles or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Right.
So why not combine the two and make an Eggo PB&J?
Genius.
All right, so our chef, okay. So our first recipe is Eggo PB&J. Do you even want to go through tell us the process on how to make that?
Of course, this would be a cooking show without it.
So that's a fair point.
So apparently, if you microwave the Eggos, the paper towel sticks to it.
That does not look appetizing at all.
We'll eat this side.
Okay.
We got a whole one. I prefer the cinnamon Eggos. And if you hold them up, you can see the crystals. That's how you know they're good.
Yeah.
So you got your Eggos here. Sans paper towel now.
Okay, thank you.
And I never leave home without my peanut butter and jelly mix. You just put it together. It saves plenty of time later on. So we're not going to use the half of the paper towel. That's just gross.
That's a good idea, Chef.
So we'll make like a little hot pocket Eggo PB&J.
Alright, so the Eggo PB&J, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so Chef Clarity, I understand you also have some other things that you want to show us today. Chef, we got... Chef, you okay? You with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
You alright?
Yeah.
If you can just... Alright, you feeling good? You with me? Alright, good. What is your next recipe? What else do you have for us today?
All right, so you know in cooking school they teach you to use themes. Yeah, themes. And we're going to stick with this peanut butter theme. And we're going to roll out the chocolate chip cookie peanut butter sandwich.
It's a chocolate chip cookies with peanut butter in them to sandwich. Chef, okay. It's chocolate chip cookies with peanut butter on them. Again, would you like to show us how to make that?
We're still going with the cooking show, right? Let's do this. So you can put your PB&J mix over there because you don't need that. You just need regular peanut butter this time. And if I can hold your hand, sir.
Okay.
Right here. You take your chocolate chip cookie.
Uh-huh.
You take your peanut butter.
Yeah.
You take your chocolate chip cookie.
Uh-huh.
You take your peanut butter.
Yeah.
You take your chocolate chip cookie.
Uh-huh.
You put your peanut butter.
Yeah.
You take your chocolate chip cookie.
Uh-huh.
And your peanut butter.
Yeah.
You take your chocolate chip cookie.
Uh-huh.
And your peanut butter.
Yeah.
And then you stop because that's getting unsafe right
Okay.
there.
Is this about as high as we normally want them?
I mean, I usually go big or go home, but yeah, this'll do.
Okay. Alright, so what is this, what's this concoction called? What do you call this recipe?
I like to go with simple, and we'll go with chocolate chip cookie peanut butter sandwich.
Okay, that's a good call, Chef.
And I'm just going to save this for later.
Alright. Be careful with the paper towel there, Chef.
Oh, I'm not going to microwave it. It'll be all right.
Chef, I appreciate you stopping by. Do you have any other recipes? I think we're all fascinated in what you've got going on right now. And you seem to be filled with a lot of insight. So maybe You got any, Chef, you all right?
Sorry, ideas always just going in the head.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm back. I'm back. Let's do this.
All right, Chef, you got any other recipes?
I do. We'll get off the peanut butter kick for a second, because I know sometimes people can't eat peanut butter.
Yeah, some people have allergies to them.
Yeah, like I said, people can't eat peanut butter. I mean, they don't like it for some reason or something. I don't know.
And some people
Science.
medically cannot eat peanut butter too, so it's good to have another recipe.
People can't eat peanut butter.
Yeah, they have allergies to them.
Yeah, they got allergies to peanut butter. You're on the same page here. We're good. So, you take your basic hot dog.
Okay.
Here you go, sir. And then, bippity boppity cheese whiz.
All right, so cheese whiz on a hot dog, a bit more complex than the peanut butter recipes.
For $1 extra, they will put bacon on it.
All right, $1. Wait, what do you mean $1 extra? These are supposed to be recipes you can make at home.
Funny story. On the way here, I ate the third thing I was gonna do for the show.
Okay, so where'd you get this?
Oh, sorry, I got that here for sure. Right over there.
Okay. Well, out of curiosity, what was the third thing going to be? What you ate? What would you have shown us today?
So you know how like you're sitting on the couch and you can't decide whether you want waffles or a peanut butter jelly sandwich?
I think it's good we didn't go with that third thing, Chef. Chef Boyardee, thank you so much for coming. It seems like you're filled with a lot of good ideas, and it seems like your thinking is kind of on par with the kitchen staff here with your inventive concoctions and all. Chef, since you clearly have so many good ideas, why don't you just get a job here at Dead Crow and work in the kitchen?
Oh, they drug test here for sure.
Chef Boyardee, everybody! Dave Pierce going to be right back. We're going to take a quick break for some more music from Dave Piero, everyone. Woo!
Thanks so much for helping me move today. But I don't know how we're gonna fit all of this stuff in your car.
Don't worry. I know a guy.
Hi, I'm the guy from 2 Trucks and a Guy. And here we believe that the most important part of the moving process is the trucks. So let me ask you a question. Do you have any friends? No? Well, don't call us anyway. We don't want to hear your sad story. But if you do, go ahead, call your friends, and then call us, and we'll provide the trucks. So just give us a call, 1-800, I got 2 trucks. Remember, 2 Trucks and a Guy, the movers that have 2 trucks.
Thanks, 2 Trucks and a Guy!
Just doing my job. Now, who's gonna give me a ride to get the second truck?
Actually, it looks like we fit everything into 1 truck.
1 truck? It's called 2 Trucks and a Guy. I'll just do this myself. 1 truck.
I'm just saying, I think it's suspect that all of Chef Boyardee's ingredients came in plastic baggies.
I'm pretty sure he's above the level, man. I'm pretty sure I can switch it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back. Thank you.
Maxwell's stilted repartee with one Chef Boyardee bordered on the unwatchable. As my eyes began to glaze over, I couldn't help but wonder if it was not due to the near-death boredom I was suffering from, or the second-hand marijuana high that was steaming from the stone chef. I feel as though I have found wittier zingers deep within the annals of YouTube comments than I have found here tonight.
One truck. It's called 2 Trucks and a Guy. The movers that have 2 trucks.
Thanks so much for helping me move today. I really appreciate it.
All right, so clearly we've got another blog.
Okay, alright. We got this.
Okay.
We know who it is.
All right, good. Finally, you guys know who it is.
Maybe.
Wait, how is this a maybe, guys?
It's one of the writers for sure.
We've narrowed it down.
Guys,
That's what I've been
It's
saying.
an inside job.
I've been doing calculations, and these are correct.
That's a fish on a sheet of paper.
It is clearly.
your
Well,
calculations,
if the
Lydia.
fish is telling the truth, what
The
does it mean?
blogger is wearing a plaid shirt.
All right,
We
guys.
all know Troy's a bully.
Guys, all right. I need you guys to focus. All right, bring it in. Okay, you guys are saying crazy stuff. You're accusing each other. All right.
No, mostly just Troy. Oh, just accusing Troy.
I bet it was that bully, Gene Shalit.
It's not
That
Gene
guy.
Shalit, guys. All
Want to
right.
double check that?
Look, it's clearly not one of the writers. We all have. You guys all have to know who the blogger
Maybe
is.
it's two of the writers.
2 plaid shirts.
Or even 3.
Narrows it down.
I don't know. We rarely work well.
Alright, there's only one way to handle this.
No, there's not.
Blood oath.
Oh,
You try to solve every
True.
disagreement.
I'm ready now.
true. Guys.
Oh, we're doing chess?
There's no. Guys, there's no need for a blood oath. All right, just go. Just
That's
go.
exactly something a blogger would say.
I'm not. All right, guys. The
He's not
blogger's
wearing
in the
plaid.
room. The blogger's in the room and has been reading his blogs out loud as he's been typing them.
I'm just saying, Wills, we keep on coming with a lot of ideas, and you've been nothing but critical.
Alright, let's see
I
your
just
hand.
want you guys to use your
Give
six.
your hand.
All right, no
Who
blood
has
oath.
that?
No blood oath. No cutting. Go. Just go away. Just go somewhere and sit and think about what you've seen and heard tonight, and come back to me when you know who the blogger actually is.
You're really mean when you speak blog, Wills.
Oh my gosh. All right.
The worst mouth blogger.
Jonathan, you gotta know, right?
Know what?
All right. Every once in a while here on Late Fear, we've got some games we like to play. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a really fun game we play where we get to introduce new characters to the show, and Jonathan's going to explain to you in further detail why I'm going to take a step outside everybody. So Jonathan Schwartz, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Alright, this is a little game we call character interviews. Now, we all enjoyed Chef Boyardee's performance here earlier in the show, and we'd like to try out new characters for future shows. So, I'm going to bring up 3 of our Late Fear writers here to get a suggestion of a type of character from you guys, and then we'll interview them to see if they're worthy to be on the show. So, if you would give a round of applause for 3 of our Late Fear writers, Troy, Lydia, and Cordero. All right, Lydia, why don't you, I'll let you guys ask for your own suggestions.
Thank you, Jonathan. It's a pleasure to be here. For my suggestion, what is a weird hobby someone could have?
Taxidermy.
What'd you say?
Taxidermy.
Okay, I'm gonna do a taxidermy scrapbook.
My favorite.
Small audience, I can take all your suggestions.
All right, guys. Give me something I could be turning into.
Save a Tiger Sword, 94.
Very specific reference.
Sell out.
Okay, so
I heard a lot of things. All at once.
the Hulk wielding a sword that's a sellout. Who's also Shrek.
Specificity, I like it.
Okay, let's do.
I think that's Marvel's
What
Avon.
Jeremy said again?
He said a lot of words.
Jeremy, what were all the things that you said?
I said save a Tiger Sword, 94. His name was the guy.
It's the URL of the blogger. So we know who it is.
A dictator.
Calvin
Straight up
Hammerstein.
Calvin.
A big donkey carrying a water balloon full of apple juice.
That can be done with words. AIDS will.
A donkey holding.
They say it's coming. What they want.
An AIDS quill is.
What a warm crowd, finally.
Well, yeah, they got your quilt.
We got AIDS quilt. We prepared. I'm gonna need a suggestion of an occupation.
LexCorp employee.
Lawyer. All right, lawyer. I heard lawyer. Anybody want to add weird shit on the lawyer?
Defense lawyer.
Defense lawyer's weird. All right, defense. And what was over here?
Spelunker.
A spelunking lawyer. Got it.
Nazi. Nope.
All right, great.
Troy.
We have a scrapbooking taxidermist. Someone's turning into an AIDS quilt, and we're going with defense lawyer.
In a cave.
So, okay.
Because that's what spelunking is.
Great. All right, guys. Why don't you guys shovel off? We're gonna invite Wills back into the room to interview these characters, and he will try and figure out what the characters are. All right. So, give a warm round of applause for Wills Maxwell. We have 3 very weird things for you to guess.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, glad I'm not you. Why don't you sit down? And I'll bring in our first character.
All right.
Prospective character. Bring her or him in.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our first guest on
I'm
Late
here.
Fear.
Thank you. Have a seat. Well, welcome to the show.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, it's neat. It's the symbol of our club. We were at the Dead Crow. So thank you so much.
Oh, are you into birds?
Yeah, at a certain life stage.
Okay.
I'm into a lot of animals, actually.
All right. So is it? Do you ever have any pets or anything like that?
For a little bit. Well, I mean, I guess you could say they're still with me. Kind of. I've immortalized them.
Okay.
In here.
Yeah.
And also other places. Around the house.
All right. I dig that.
Here.
You know, I didn't have any pets when I was growing up. I used to have just like toy animals, like little plush stuffed animals. Are you into stuffed animals?
Yeah, I really am. Especially the more real, the better.
Okay. So I don't know if we have any room on Late Fear for someone that works in taxidermy.
Oh, but I have other talents too.
Okay, well, are you into performing of any kind or entertaining or?
No, I'm more of a quiet, keep to myself type. I hang out with my dead things. We like to pose with each other.
Okay.
And sometimes I write messages about them.
So you take selfies with these stuffed animals.
Yeah, it's nice to collect my mementos.
Okay.
All in one place.
So do you upload these anywhere?
No, I'm old-fashioned.
Okay. So you've got a photo album of you with stuffed animals.
I do. It's even more than a photo album.
You scrapbook. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our second guest on Late Fear tonight.
Get him.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome to the show. Thanks so much for coming.
Hey.
Are you uncomfortable? Can I get you anything?
Feeling a bit thin. I'll be okay though.
We just had a stone chef. Can we get you any food or anything? Or
Maybe. I don't know. It's just there's a lot on me.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot going on. A lot of pieces to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
well, I can understand that. Every once in a while, you just feel kind of fractured. Are you? You okay? You with us?
Hey.
Okay. All right.
I'm good.
You have any? Yeah. Are you okay? Is your doctor fine with you being here? You on anything right now?
I mean, I don't need a doctor. The people I represent might possibly need doctors.
Okay.
I was pretty big in the 80s. Africa's still taking a hit.
Is it safe for you to beat? Oh my gosh. Am I? I just touched you. Am I okay? Should I get tested or anything?
No, I think you'll be fine. John won't be. Lisa's hanging in there. You wanted this. Crying.
I don't know if we have room on Lake Fear for AIDS personified.
Basically.
Okay. Is there more to that? Or
like, I want to give it to you, but
Wrap it up.
You could wrap me up. I could wrap you up, actually. If you'd like.
You could wrap me up because you're a blanket of some kind. Blanket. I'm terrified to say this, but please bring up your third guest for Lake Fair, everybody. Over here, you're almost there. You're almost there. You're so close. You can. No, I got you. No! Oh, you're fine. Yeah, you're on land. All right.
You don't need this for anything.
Oh no. Just.
All right.
You are a cable wrangler.
If only it was that simple.
Well, please, if it's not too much, please come down and have a seat.
I hate bats.
Oh, you have a fear? You have a fear of bats?
That's one thing. I have fear of that. I don't like the defense. I think it's. I hate it. It's just bullshit, but it's gonna work. It's a sob story. I'm out here getting exercise. You gotta deal with.
I'm sorry, attorney with stress problems. That's
Which
so.
attorney doesn't? God,
That wasn't
my week. No. I have a lot of other things I like to do.
Okay.
I like to spend my free time.
Don't please be careful with that. Don't hang yourself.
It's a safety precaution.
Okay. So you're not
At
a
least you people in the audience really want this.
you're not a suicidal lawyer.
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right. Well, I didn't mean that. Yeah. No, everything's fine. Everything's fine. You're on
The
land.
North American Grizzlies always in things like this. I thought they were hibernate.
All right.
You woke them up early.
All right. I'm so sorry to have panicked you, survivalist lawyer, but
They didn't clap, so that's not
that's not it. I didn't mean to imply that all you were interested in law. I know you got a lot of stress.
It's a very specific thing that I do. I do very specific things in very specific places, and it's a silly thing to call it.
Well, you have a problem with bats.
Yeah.
So
I have an objection to bats,
You
but you already got that part.
to bats. Is it because you're Harvey Dent and you're a lawyer and also a bat?
I love rope. I love going deep down in these places.
You're a mountain climbing lawyer.
You want to give that to him?
You go in caverns. You go in caverns.
No.
Cavern.
No.
You're a
I hate
cavern
the root word of cavern. It's demeaning to us all.
You're a cave exploring lawyer.
Thank God. And now on the table, monkeys.
What do we call people that like climbing caves?
Well, I heard Giancarlo say it 3 times just now.
Oh, so it's gonna come real.
Okay. You guys asked for a spelunking lawyer? A spelunking defense attorney?
Pretty good.
Oh my gosh.
Beats the shit out of an AIDS quilt, though.
It does.
I don't mean it that way. But I mean, you gotta clean your clothes out.
Alright, it seemed like the audience really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, well, they had a...
Yeah, well, it
seemed like a fan favorite. I don't see how anyone would have an objection.
We've been drinking.
That's how we get our audience.
Stone cold sober, I sat and watched and horror and recalled a time in which improvisation reached its apex, when those middle-aged velociraptors, of whose line is it anyway, pranced to and fro across the stage. But tonight, I watched the performers of Late Fear mercilessly beat the profession of improv to the ground in front of a crowd of dozen of people. That's right, I had originally had dozens written in there, but it's dozen of people. There was little fanfare for the death of improv.
Alright, Jonathan, do me a favor. Just do this with me, okay?
Yeah,
Alright, start looking at that side of the room.
sure.
Okay, and just do a quick pan of the room, right to left. Just keep looking across at the dozen of people in here. And
That seems generous.
Okay.
I'm only halfway through the room.
okay, you've got the part where they're here. Do you think you can narrow down?
Well, let me finish looking.
Okay.
Still looking at you, buddy.
Okay. You don't think you can narrow down who the blogger is?
Well, I don't know. I'm just more concerned that it seems like all throughout the show, everyone's been able to hear my inner monologue, and it's really bumming me out that I can't have private thoughts.
We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back, everybody.
Wilmington, North Carolina. It was 1923. The world was on fire, yet I had never felt so alone. Then by chance I found those 3 strangers in that enigmatically comforting house, and suddenly I was never alone again. Constantly surrounded by them and their innumerable friends who all passed through our front door during that last summer before adulthood took hold and we were no longer young enough to enjoy the follies of youth without thinking of what it would mean at 10 the next morning. This is our story. This is Fragments from Fifth Ave by Ryan P.C. Trimble, now available online and in stores.
Dave DeMuro, everybody! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thank you guys so much for coming to the show tonight. I want you guys to have a lot of fun with our guest tonight. He's one of my favorite comedians here at the Dead Pro Comedy Room. I've admired him for as long as I've been in Wilmington and watching comedy. Please start clapping now and give it up for my friendly gentleman, Colton DeMonte, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Wills, that was so sweet of you to lie like that in front of everybody. How's it going? Guys, hey, what's up, all my friends? I like that Will's guest AIDS blanket. Like, that's a thing. Like, you snuggle up with that special somebody. Just trying to stay warm in your AIDS blanket. Nothing warmer than AIDS. I know everybody in here, so instead of doing my shitty jokes, I'm gonna tell a story This is totally real. Everybody that I know, I'm not lying. Are you ready? Are you ready for the truth? It was New Year's last year. I'm surprised I remember it. Does anybody remember New Year's last year and not 2014? Unless everybody in here is the asshole that's like, see you next year. December 31st. And you're like, go to hell. Just fuck you. New Year's Eve 2013. We did a show at wherever, I think The Real, and I left. I was very drunk at this point. It was before 12 o'clock, which is when you should be drunk. And I met up with some old friends from high school. You know, like that girl from high school that you like fell in love with? Like, she was there. And I was like, this is my chance to ruin it again. I can't wait. So she shows up, and I'm walking with my friends, and this stranger, this girl that I knew, I used to work with her at the movie theater, and this girl, to describe what she looked like, was like a chinless woman. I'll just say that. Like if I go like this, like that was her face. It went from neck to her eyes. Like there was no chin, it was just this flat-faced girl. And she was really drunk too, and she came up and was like, Colton, and started making out with me. And I said, fuck that girl from high school. I've got a guaranteed in right now, lady, you know? Right, dudes, when you're like, yeah, she's real dirty. I'm gonna have to fuck this girl. I'm gonna have to do it. No, you guys are all just good people. Fuck off. Yeah. Why are we even friends? You guys, like, why are we even friends? You guys don't just fuck random girls. So I gave up on my high school dream, and I'm with No Chin, and we're walking, and she's like, she's ready to go. She's like, let's go to my house. And fuck you. Okay. It's a good sign when a girl tells you what she's gonna do before you get to the house. You know, it's a classy bitch, right? So we get a cab. We hail it on Dock Street. Cab pulls over. We get in the cab, and who is our driver? Drake. You guys know the rapper Drake? He's our driver. And I'm not saying like the real Drake. It wasn't fucking Drake. He wasn't driving the taxi 0 to 100 real quick. He wasn't doing any of that. He just looked exactly like Drake. Thick eyebrows, light, complexion, black. And he was a black. And he looked just like Drake. And then, like, the whole time we're riding, I'm like, what the fuck is... Where's Rick Ross? Like, where's Rick? It's like, we got Drake here. So we're driving along, and he's nice enough, He's nice enough for a cab driver, so we're just going. We get to her house, and she decides, I'm going to be nice right now in my drunken state. And she's like, Drake. She said that. Drake, you want to come inside and get some water? You want to take a break? And in my head, I'm like, why? Why are you inviting Drake in the house? He doesn't have beats to show you. And I was drunk, so I was like, well, she's just being nice. She's a good person. I only fuck girls that are nice people. So we get inside. We get inside, and she's like, here's your water, Drake. Gives Drake the water, and he's like, oh yeah, thanks. Like, that's how he talks. He talks like Drake, real smooth, real cool. I think that's how Drake talks. So, sitting there, kind of awkward as shit. I'm like, when's this fucking gonna leave? And she gets up, she's like, I gotta go pee. So she goes pee, and I'm sitting with Drake on the couch. And he looks at me and he goes, hey, yo. We about to fuck this girl tonight. True story. Who thinks I'm lying yet? Anybody? Go fuck yourself. Ask No Chin. She'll tell you. I swear to fuck, this dude, I don't know, that just drove us home. I gave him a nice tip. And he still insists, like, and I'm sitting there like, no, Drake, not tonight. This is not, no, like, I've never had a threesome, and it's not going to be with a dude first. I'll do that one if I need to, but he was like, you know, it's going to happen. He starts laying out the rules, like the ground rules. He's like, don't look at me in the eye, all right? High-fiving's okay. But don't touch me. And I'm like disagreeing, you know, like, no, Drake, no. So she comes back, sits down in the middle of us, still true story, sits down in the middle of us, and she's got like this black dress on with these stockings, and she sits down, puts her legs up on the coffee table, and Drake goes, hey, those stockings look real uncomfortable. And I'm sitting there like, no, Drake, no. Stop it. She's fine. And she goes, no, I'm a girl, I'm drunk. I can't make a decision. I don't know. Maybe you're right. So then he looks at me and he goes, hey, yo, help me out. And I'm like, all right, Drake. Like, I just didn't know what to do. And fuck everybody in here judging me right now. Fuck all of you. Dudes, especially, if you were there and some Drake-ish looking dude sitting right next to you telling you to take these fucking stockings off, you're like, okay, just don't hurt me. And just like all I was thinking, like, I don't have the balls to tell you to get the fuck out of this house. So me and Drake are taking these stockings off, and she's like, no, this is a real story. I'm not lying. Like, I was bashful to tell Drake no. Before I didn't tell him, like a girl no, I'm like, no, Drake, I don't know, man. Do it. Okay. All right, I'm sorry, Mr. Drake. I mean, that's where it got to the point where she was like, okay, something, Colton is sweating a lot. And he's doing that thing where his eyes shake, he's very uncomfortable. I need to figure out why. So she's like, Drake's like, I gotta go pee. And she's like, okay, bathroom? And so I'm talking to her, I'm like he leaves. As soon as he turns the corner, I'm like, fucking tell Drake to leave. Like, I was like, tell him to leave. I'm not kidding. He's trying to fuck both of us, okay? I'm pretty sure. This isn't just about you. I'm very suspicious. I told Drake, no new friends. No new friends. No. He's still here. And then that's when she goes, nuh-uh. That's not what this cab driver is trying to do. First of all, what white girl was never taught, yeah, cab drivers aren't the best people in the world. Where in her life is her mom like, trust every cab driver? Every single one. They're going to treat you like a bad bitch. I'm free. Like, we all know taxi cabs are fun. So, I tell her what's going down. I'm like, that's what Drake told me, that me and him, which would have just been him. Oh. You know what I mean? Like, he's saying we're going to have a threesome with this girl, but it would have just been me in the corner crying, like, jerking off. Like, you're doing so good, Drake. So Drake comes out of the bathroom. She's like, no, that's not what I'm about. Oh, and also what freaked me out was Drake earlier was like, I know this girl. I heard about this girl. So in my head, I'm like, she's fucked every cab driver She's fucked Rick Ross. She's fucked Lil Wayne. She's fucked all the cab drivers. So he comes out, she goes to talk to him, and I don't hear it, but all I hear is him go, "Oh, you're the woman?" And then she goes, "No, Drake, get out of here!" Kick Drake out. And then I fucked her. That should have been the sign of like, don't fuck this girl, dude, just go to bed. Oh, God. Well, thank you guys very much for letting me tell that story. I hope you all learned a lesson. Don't take cabs, no, just drive drunk. That's what I learned. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Colton DeMonte, everybody! Colton, thanks so much for coming on the show, man.
Thank you.
And for regaling us with that very personal story. That was big of you.
That's what she said. Oh, am I supposed to talk into that?
Yeah, you could.
Okay.
This is.
I've never done this before.
You can say your punchlines from The Office into this microphone.
That's where I got all of them.
That's where you got it. Colton, how did you get into stand-up? How did you? What made you decide this is what you wanted to do?
Well, everyone's gonna hate me. When I was 5 years old, Drake visited me in my bedroom. Yeah, because he was at least like 6. So I listened when I was a kid. I would go visit my grandparents, and my grandfather would play Jeff Foxworthy. I was 5 years old. I loved it. I love the idea that like you could be funny and make money, but then as you get older, you realize there's no money in this shit. It's just happiness and tears. And
I don't know what you mean. I'm rolling in late fear money right now. I am.
Yeah.
Like all the blogging?
All the blogging money?
All the blogging money is just coming in. All that ad revenue. Yeah.
But the real thing was I was doing improv here. I mean, I've always liked comedy, but I did improv, not here at Deck Crow, too long. When I was 19, I was at Nut Street. First open mic, Timmy Sherrill forced me to go on. I'm sitting at the bar, and I'm just an improv kid, and he's like, "Hey, you're on the list, by the way." I was like, "No, I'm not ready yet." And he was like, "No, you have to go on." It's like, "I'm making you do it." So, yeah, that's how that started.
So you had nothing prepared?
I mean, I had shitty jokes about Barnes & Noble having a religious fiction section, which I thought was funny. Kind of atheist. And so, yeah, I did jokes about that. Timmy helped me with them and said they were funny, and they weren't. So.
Now, most of us are familiar with the Dead Crow open mics now. We're used to coming out. The room is full. There's 30 comics going up. Everyone's normally doing pretty well. I'm very curious to what was the very first Nut Street open mic, the first Wilmington comedy open mic? What was that like?
The one that the first one I did?
The first one you did, yeah.
First one I did, I met, I didn't meet, but I saw Louis Bishop, and I saw John Feltz, and I saw Chris Hargy, and I remember, I'm way funnier than these guys.
That's like our Wilmington Mount Rushmore. You just
I know, all the old people on the mountain. Yeah.
White probably don't slate it.
I know Louis Bishop owned a couple of slaves for a while, so I know that's a fact. I remember being like, I know Louis Bishop, he was on the Credence Bishop show. I listened to him in high school and being like, that's funny. I'd be like, yeah.
That was the first show. Pretty fun.
So pretty much every comic I've had on here that does both improv and stand-up, I ask them for what their observations are and the way they approach things. Do you feel like you have a different approach for stand-up than you do for improv, or?
Yeah, sometimes I don't even fucking know. Like, I don't really, improv is all, made up on the spot, and then stand-up is what you've written, but I treat it all the same. I try to treat it all.
You write your improv.
I write my improv. No, I don't even write my stand-up, dude. I write Shut the fuck up. Let me explain. I don't just go on stage and I'm like, I'm brilliant. I just made all of this up. I write down the joke of the premise. And then from there, I create on stage. Every set I do is a little different.
I've noticed that about you, yeah. You're very loose. You're very loose and you just kind of let it flow.
Yeah, I don't like structure. I never liked structure. I hated homework, all that shit. I'd just rather like bullshit my way through life. I think that's gonna work.
That's why we're still here in this basement, because we just try to bullshit our way through life.
Yeah, we're gonna be here forever.
Do you feel like doing stand-up or improv, do you feel like one of them kind of helps you do the other? Do you think there's any synergy in that?
I think improv helps stand up, and but it depends. I have this discussion with people all the time. Is like, is it the same or is it, whatever? I think stand up is good, getting your confidence, being able to work with a crowd of people, and then improv is going to teach you how to make shit up and bullshit your way through. Like, if a crowd moans, you can figure out a way to get them back on your side.
I found that to be very true.
I just try not to work. I really enjoy just smoking weed and sitting around and taking naps all day. That's what I
have every hope for you that this is the career that's gonna pan out, so you can have that not working, weed smoking future.
Dude, I should be homeless in like 10 years.
Colton, thank you so much for coming by the show. Colton DeMonte, everybody. Check him out right here at Dead 20.